Forget everything you thought you knew about research. Seriously, this isn't just another talk about AI versus doing things by hand. We are talking about a complete revolution in how we work, how we think, and how fast we can get things done.
Story, once upon a time, research meant 10 browser tabs open, 3 lukewarm coffees, and just total, complete burnout. Sound familiar? I bet it does. That feeling of just drowning in information, clicking endlessly, hoping to find that one tiny piece of data you need. We've all been there.
Well, guess what? That story is officially over. It is time to level up. Think of me as your high-tech mentor for the next few minutes. We're not just going to talk about some new tool. We're going to build a new way to work. So, let's do this. Let's build. Okay, first things first. Before we can build the solution, we have to really understand the problem. And we call this the manual era bottleneck. It's a place where a lot of great ideas go to die. This is what that bottleneck feels like, right? You're sifting through these digital mountains of data, your brain is just fried from the cognitive load, and your best projects get stuck in what we call pilot purgatory. They just never take off, because it's too much work for one person. And here's the key takeaway. You are the bottleneck. And if you need a number to really let that sink in, check this out. Up to 60% of your time in traditional research was spent on repetitive drudge work. 60%! That is more than half your work week wasted on stuff that doesn't use your brain. I mean, just imagine what you could do with all that time back. So, how do we get that time back? This is where it gets really, really cool. It's time for you to meet your new team. Let's call them your agent crew. Now, the secret sauce behind this whole thing is something called Dynamic Task Decomposition. I know, it sounds super technical, but it's actually incredibly simple. You give the AI a big, high-level goal, and it automatically, instantly, breaks it down into smaller, specialized tasks for each member of your crew. It's like having the world's best project manager on your team. And here is that crew. First up, you've got the planner agent. It takes your goal and maps out the entire strategy. Then, it hands it off to the researcher agent, who goes out and fetches all the data you need. Next, and this part is absolutely crucial, the Verifier Agent comes in to cross-reference everything and kill any errors or hallucinations. And finally, the Summarizer Agent takes all that verified info and turns it into a perfect, polished report. A seamless workflow.
Let's actually zoom in on that Verifier Agent for a second, because it solves the single biggest fear people have about using AI for serious work. We call this agent the hallucination killer.
I mean, let's be real. The biggest challenge, the #1 question about AI, has always been accuracy, right? How can you possibly trust what it gives you if you're worried it might be making stuff up? It's the most important question there is. And here is the answer. The Verifier Agent runs on something called an Evaluator-Optimizer Loop. Just think of it as a relentless, dedicated fact-checker that never gets tired and never takes a coffee break. It is constantly cycling, cross-referencing every piece of data against trusted sources to hunt down and completely eliminate any inaccuracies before you ever see them. So, with this incredibly powerful crew at your fingertips and a built-in hallucination killer, what does that make you? What's your new job? Well, that's a huge shift. Welcome to your new role, Agent Boss. You are no longer the one digging through the digital trenches. This shift literally transforms you from a researcher into the human manager of a digital workforce. You become the strategist, the director. You're the one calling the shots. You are the agent boss. And what does being an agent boss actually get you? Well, look at these numbers. A task that used to take you 4 days, 4 long days of grinding, can now be done in about 4 hours. That's an 80% reduction in manual effort. This isn't just about going faster. It's about getting your time back for the work that really matters. Okay, this all sounds great in theory, right? But how do you actually start? How do you put this into practice? Let's walk through your very first command as an agent boss. Believe it or not, this entire revolution starts with just one simple prompt. You don't have to learn a bunch of complicated software, you just need to learn how to ask a better question. And the technique is called query decomposition, which is just a fancy way of saying you break one big request into a few clear, specific steps for your crew. So you could give your agents a prompt that looks exactly like this. Step 1, find 3 recent sources on my topic. Step 2, verify the key facts against official records. Step 3, summarize the top 3 findings, and, this is huge, give me the citations. That's it. With one clear command, you've just put your entire agent crew to work. So really, the only question left is this one. Your agent crew is ready. They're waiting for your command. What's that first tedious, time-sucking task that you're going to delegate? What's that big idea you'll finally have the time to explore? It's time to make the switch. It's time to transform into an agent boss. If this helped you level up, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to Study Buddy with Notebook LM. Now go build something incredible. Stay agentic.